Alright, I just wanted to show how nice and not clean this truck is. I bought it for a work truck, and she's going to be a work truck. Sometimes people notice that it gets dirty. But I'm going to go ahead and clean it and show you guys how bad this thing actually gets after a couple weeks of just straight use. Drive it to work. I hauled probably 15 dump trailer loads of dirt with this thing today. I'm going to take the little buddy home. I want to organize some stuff. I got a CB to install, new slave cylinder for the clutch, a couple other things. Just need some TLC. Might look into getting some boxes for it, but I just want to show you guys how dirty this thing is. I mean, like the back seat is just, you wear a sweatshirt in the morning, then it gets hot and you got a bunch of sweatshirts, tools and stuff in the back. She needs some love. Low mile truck, but I did buy it for a work truck, so it gets used as one of those. Dash is even filthy, but it has a South Bend dual disc on it with their upgraded hydraulics, and it's really kind of hard to shift, so I double clutch it. It helps. I forgot to mention, it's not going to be just a strictly cleaning video. The dump trailer actually needs a couple things. Like this hinge blew out. I was doing quite a few loads, and all of them are because this has a scissor action, or not a scissor action, a regular dump gate. Flip that down there, or it has the swing opens. But that needs to be fixed, and it probably needs a new battery, because I ended up using the jump box to make the last couple dumps, because it just didn't have enough, and had a solar panel on it all the time. Plus we got some wiring to take care of, but first and foremost, we're talking too much. Let's just go ahead and wash this thing, because holy man, it's not looking good. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, boys. It's not gonna work. Steve McHookie, Honda Power, 13 horse. First hit maybe? Transmission shifter tower boot, the one that's on here, cracked, so I can hear the transmission gears stuff making noise. And I thought the trans had some issues, but it's just the boot's cracked. So $20 part for that. Swap that out. Shouldn't be that big a deal. It's probably the easiest project I got. Gonna put a CB radio in here. A little cheaper, about 100 bucks with the. You
should just call the one out on the truck.
Oh yeah. Oh well. I got this little Slim Jim one that's going to fit in the dash and a little cubby up there. But they didn't tell me it didn't come with an antenna, so I'd order one of those. Little trick. But since here's the little CB. Oh. Little cutie, right?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? The freaking microphone's bigger than it. But since I'm going to be inside working on the dash, I got a bunch of stuff that I need to clean up. A bunch of wiring, so I got one of these little boxes so I can tuck this in behind the stereo. That's going to be the crappy job. It's always in a really small spot that really sucks. So
yeah, I know a guy who does electrical. Yeah.
He doesn't do it on cars.
No, do it on
it's a different game. Hopefully this one works like bottles. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about there, Willis? It's 300 and some bucks. Keep my nice little work journal right there. Just kidding, it's my time card thing. But I want to put the CB down in this section, or possibly, nope, it won't fit there. So, yep, it's going to go down there in this one. I lost a screw one time when I was doing this, so I just got a single. That guy out of the way. Somehow this pops up out of the way. Right here.
What are you gonna do?
Do what?
Those cedar pests.
Do what?
The cedars out there.
What cedars?
From the driveway.
Build a pump house. There. Let's dip. Get this thing out of the way. G56 doesn't have a screw-on shifter. It's got one that bolts on. It's got, oh, don't lose those. 2 1/2-inch nuts. Where'd that sucker go? Throw that out of the way. Pick this up out of the way. And there's what we're after. This stupid red thing. Pop up out of there. I do have transmission coolers and stuff on this, but when I was changing the fluid the other day, it did smell like it was pretty used up. But you see how that's got that nice crack? This thing's pretty much sound insulator, as well as keep your fluids in there. So if that's cracked, yeah, you can hear the transmission a lot better. Yeah, the new one's a little bit nicer, and it doesn't have a bunch of cracks. Hopefully, oh, you just look, she fits on there like a glove.
Where's my little one booty?
You don't have this trans.
Oh. Oh, I see how it is.
Yeah. Yours just has got like a weird square booty thing. Yeah. For 4,500. Well, that job's done. I can tuck this thing kind of back in there. Oh wait, I gotta put that other crap on there. Getting ahead of myself. Look at this wiring mess I need to clean up.
Huh?
Look at that. Whew. Alright, here we go. We're gonna get fancy with it. Oh. But it didn't just die. Alright, cool. Now, where we got here? Where we got? Green, green, green. This is my new power. It's gonna go to the positive there, so I gotta make a thing for that. That'll get it tucked up out of the way. Then I gotta start jumping off of those things. Yep. Well, you guys can see it. Got to run positive power in, which is that guy I was telling you about. There's some stuff that I want on for accessory only, so the key has to be on. So I tapped into up there. I'm not really proud of using that little midliner, but it is what it is. I only need it for one wire, and I got to run a ground. So I'm gonna come down here, and I remembered I had this switch for my auxiliary fan for the longest time. It's just been hanging there, so I'm gonna have to put that in too. So, but I need to run a ground. I'm just gonna wire it right to there. That seems easy enough. I know that's kind of hack rather than run it up through there, but I got a bunch of stuff going through the firewall, so minimize that, put that there. What? Not entirely sure if I really cleaned up much, but I feel a lot more comfortable about it because I've got this little fuse box right there. Hopefully it'll all fit back in there with this. It's gonna be tight, but this one here is for turning on the load leash, so I'm just gonna kind of leave it like that over there on the side. But that's plug-in for what do you call it? One of the cigarette lighter accessories. This is another one over here. Did run a lot of ground off this before. I didn't like that so much, so I got my good solid ground now. Labeled these amber lights, deck lights. That's the best I found for these things. Override fan, which is extra engine fan, and then the CB right here. So everything's tidied up good-ish. I don't really, I could cut the wires a little bit shorter, but then it's a pain to take it out of here. This is for your climate control, stuff like that. And then these ones I tied into a big fatty. Like this stuff, I don't even know what it actually goes to. There's just like a lot of extra plugins for other options on the truck. So let's go ahead and put her back together and move on to the next thing. But I got my fan hooked up over here. I had to put one sideways, which that's all it would fit. Here's my boy Callahan. Go ahead, do your damage there. It can't be any worse than the mess that I just made, but made look better. I don't know. Gotta put a couple things back together on there, boy, and she'll be good to go. And you can drive this thing. Yeah, you big boy. Was that a fact?
That's a fact.
There's a camera over there. Alright, I'll get this CB antenna mounted up and I put my panels back on. That's funny, that's all that is, just to release a bunch of power, is that and a little tiny switch. So I'm thinking, I don't know how it looked underneath there. Pop the stripping and put it underneath there, then I can run it right through there and just throw up on the roof. Well, she's stuck up in there. That door never opens, but 3 times a day. Oh, freaking not bad. See what it does to that wire over long term. But I'm not about to drill a hole on something, I don't think. Alright, that's good. Check this out. This dog's favorite toys. Frisbee shaped items. 5-gallon bucket lids. She's a fan. I'm glad I got that electronic stuff done. I've been pushing that off for a long time. But the clutch, I mean, I just kind of hit a wall, but we're gonna get this thing knocked out. So it's a South Bend dual disc. That's good. This is expensive. Stop dropping it. And when I talked to Valera, they said these were the same brand. But I got the old hydraulics out. We're gonna measure them up so that we got the pedal roughly in the same spot. I even added a little bit to the end of the pusher right here. I added about 1/2 inch. I don't know if that helped at all, but if this thing's weak, that's a problem. But this came with the South Bend clutch. This is a Valera edition. They are the same brand. There's no difference that I could tell. This one's got updated thing right here. I don't know if that does anything at all, but yeah, let's go ahead and slap this sucker in there. It's just basically drop it in there and it finds a hole. Fact that I don't think a lot of people know, but all hydraulics for all the Dodge manual transmissions, as far as I know, second, third, and fourth gens, they all have the same stuff. The only difference is later trucks from 98 and up will have this, but take that off and it'll go on to 97 and older. That goes in the dash and twists just like that, versus this one has 2 bolts holding in. Didn't know that. That's a fun fact because yeah, I can still use this thing. It's perfectly good for, I would say, a single disc, but dual disc, it's not quite giving me the throw. I'm just gonna hit it with a hammer and see what that does. Man, that's stretched it so much. Look how wallered out that hole is from just stretching this metal right here. Bent all that. Man, tap that one down a little bit more and get it closer. It didn't do too bad. I'm just gonna have to throw a weld in there and call it, because I'm not gonna take this off. That's a little bit of a job. We need this trailer tomorrow, so it's gonna be kind of a band-aid, unfortunately. How's the band-aid look from over here? Alright, let's try out the new welder. A Lincoln Power MIG. I'm actually gonna be running the gas this time, not flux core, so pounds. Well, the pin's back in that. I'm gonna take the truck and trailer up to the house, put it on a battery charger for the trailer, make sure that thing's good to go. But this is the moment of truth for the clutch. See how easy this sucker works for me. And another thing about the little CB guy is I can just take this off, throw it in the glove box when I'm not running it, and it's completely out of the way. Ooh. You'll hear it break the seal. It's a different feeling clutch, that's for sure. See if she moves. When it's cold, it goes in easy. I don't know, we'll find out. Let's get this thing out of the shop. And see how she does. I'll take you guys along for that trip. Also, the transmission is nice and quiet with that new boot on there. Boys, it's late. See you in the morning. This is like probably the final piece of the puzzle that I'm going to try out. This is a factory shifter, and yeah, we got a different one in there. This one is a little bit longer. The geometry is a little bit different. So I'm looking forward to trying this. I've been wanting to put a longer shifter on there for a while. I thought about buying just a little extension for this, but the company I bought this from, I found it on eBay. They're saying that this extra weight down here just helps with smoother shifts. So if that helps, that'd be awesome. Honestly, I got a little bit of an argument with the guy on eBay about this thing. Yeah, I wasn't too thrilled about his attitude, but they're the only company that apparently makes these, so despite the argument, I still bought one, but I'm not going to put their link in the description unless it's just completely awesome. Then I'll wave the flag. That big bulky part on the other stick shift, that thing is like a vibration dampener. It's got rubber in the middle. This one is just a big chunk of steel, so it feels more direct, and it's a lot taller. All right, well, I got a couple more things to do on the truck, and then we'll go try this out. I'm kind of excited about that. 150 bucks, it better be nice. I'm going to empty out the back seat, and you guys get to see how much work stuff actually gets piled in this thing and kind of forgotten. So this is going to be embarrassing, but it's got to get cleaned out. So I'll get the trash can. My defense, winter kind of just ended, so I had every morning it's cold and you get to work and it's not cold anymore, so I have about 15 sweatshirts, a lot of V-Belt and Son ones. So we got that option, or we have that option. Check them out, vbeltandson.com. Also a bunch of hats. I found my original Bad Cherry hat, original blue one, and this one is my OG one. I probably wore this one the most. That thing was underneath the seat, so that's kind of unfortunate, but we actually have a back seat now, boys. Oh man. Another hat. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, it's probably 400 or 500 pounds worth of crap in the back. I found tools. I found all this stuff in there. A bunch of seals I bought. A new one of those things you guys saw in this video. Hooks. As I pick up the mail and I just leave it in the truck. So I'm gonna vacuum out and then we'll go underneath the seat. Oh crap! We got too much stuff. The back seat. Yep, it just got a couple extra goodies in there. Not even really that dirty. Pretty much only people that ride in this truck are me and Boone, and I pack around an orange hoe every once in a while. But this is going to make a lot of you guys happy that have been watching the channel for a while. You got to understand, it's going to be dirty in 30 seconds of the next job. Roll down the window once, there goes your dash, covered with dust. But hung the CB on there. It's real nice. It doesn't get in the way too much. Heard some felons the other day on a road crew talking. That was neat. Didn't think that was going to come with the perks of having a CB. But yeah, look how dirty that is. I swear, it don't take long. Alright, something you guys probably didn't know about this truck. It's not a factory cloth seat truck. It was a bottom of the line, nothing truck. I put these in it, and the guy I bought the seats from ended up having another set. I bought those as also just for, because it's a pretty good deal for seats that weren't damaged. But the center seat doesn't have the little cubby thing. It just got the top cubby. So I have the other one that's got the bottom cubby. Truck's got, guessing that's the thing for the airbags. I have no idea. Yeah, airbag. Tape's going. Stupid placement. This little cover is what was in there. You need to notch that off and make sure that the wires don't get there. So stupid. Come on, when you're home. It's not squishing the wire. Yeah, we're good. So I'm going to finally bolt down a transfer tank. I just had a ratchet strap on it for the last year, and I had a mat underneath of it, and I don't know, the mat was probably helpful, but I'm going to delete that. I bought one of these toolboxes to try it out because it's lightweight. It was like a third the price because it's plastic. I think I'm going to stab it over here on the side or the other side. I need to hook some stuff up right here real quick. So I do have onboard air with the truck from my old exhaust brake. I had that pack brake on it back in the day. You guys might not have known it, but pack brake did sponsor the channel. So I got onboard air. I left it on there. But I need to, this thing's just been dangling. Just tying up loose ends right now. There we go. The onboard air is situated. Oh, need to tighten that down a little bit to get a crescent. It comes with these studs you're supposed to put down or go like that, mount them to the bed, and then put that rubber thing on the top. That seems like a pain because I got the tank. It's got, I don't know, 20 gallons in it. I don't want to take it and lift it up, so I'm just going to put the bolts down through it. Now this is where it gets tricky. Vice grips held it from the bottom. Alright, this was my idea to put this guy right here. Not entirely sure if I like it, but I kind of like it. Oh, what? Hit the pump. Dang, that's actually not terrible. Miscellaneous items. The leaf blower fit. You guys haven't seen this chainsaw yet. It's 200 bucks, right, Hobie? With a battery and a charger. My buddy Austin and I bought it as a joke. That's all that. What else do I have? I think I'll get a little bag for my tire changing kit. And I can lock this thing up. I might get another one for the other side. It was about 100 bucks or something like that. Just use a self tapper. Put one in the back. Tried it side to side. I was going to just put two in the center, but I ended up not liking that, so added one in each corner. We'll let it ride like this before I put another hole in it. Since I do have gasoline in there, put a couple vent holes. Just drilled those things up in there. I wanted to get one of those boxes that the things flip down, so you have a little workbench right here. But I wanted to tuck it up against a headache rack, and I can't because it's got this big old freaking brace right there, so that's kind of a problem. So I just put this on there testing her. I bought some of these, the little stake pocket D-ring things. I'm going to throw those on the dump trailer. It's still on the job. I had this idea, so I always seem to have some kind of wire or ribbons or something, and it would be nice if we had some hooks in there to mount them on. I got these little guys from the dollar store, so I'm going to run some rivets and just rivet them to the side inside the box there. That's not too bad. Anybody want this? Buy a t-shirt, I'll put it in the package. Bunch of extra hoses. Apparently a homemade funnel. Wrench. Rocking a 2x4. We didn't need all that junk down there. Put the hoses back in there. These are for the excavator grapple. Don't break them hardly as often as we used to. I still carry, I got 3 there, and then they're all universal. All 3 of the excavators have the same hoses for the grapple. They're all, I think those are 3-footers. Yeah, 36-inch, number 8 GIC. So they're all interchangeable. So whatever job we're on, if we break a hose on whatever excavator, it's got the same hose, so it's easy to swap out. On the other hand, it probably should be a number 8 GIC. I have no idea why we're actually running this big stuff, but this is from the hydraulics down to the grapple. Not a cheap hose right here. It's only on the 080 that we run the big stuff. It's number 10 GIC. The other stuff has 8. I don't know what's going on. No idea, guys. No idea. Driver's side back cabinet is my grease gun cabinet, or just grease cabinet. Keep a gun on the 080 at all times, and one in the trailer. I don't actually carry one in the truck, I just carry the extra grease. So apparently I got some trailer hitches and some other stuff in there. Oh, an extension. I'm gonna get one of those pads to put down on the bottom for soaking up Okay, I'm gonna add these amber lights to it. I got 2 in the bumper already. Got 1 I just drilled for the other side. I'm gonna drill this one right here. Foam pad for the back side of it, and it's a good little template for where you're gonna put the holes. Oh, just barely out of range for the second one. Those of you guys always like, oh, you need to have your DOT numbers and crap right there. Shush. Well, added 2 more. I have to spot so I can tie in some more later on. But we got stuff to do right now, so I'm gonna wrap this project up, test out the shifter for you guys, and I'm gonna start another video recovering a machine that's been parked for 6 months on a job. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but the reason why I didn't put the toolbox on top of the L tank is because I can't see the gooseneck ball when I'm backing up to the trailer. So ain't no good having a backup camera if you can't see crap. See if I can even hit it. Showed this with a different truck the other day. See what the height difference is. Oh, it barely cleared. This seems a little bit different, but get out on the road and test her. I gotta hook up this guy and grab the winch off of that guy. Got a snatch block and stuff. Probably get Dad to bring his jump box for the battery, I'm guessing. Shifts. Still a little hard to get into gear off the line, but it's got a little bit more rattle to it, and definitely helps having that extra leverage. I don't know if it's good for the trans, but I don't know. The clutch is adjusted. Feel like a super trucker now. Got my CB hanging here. Check this out. Normally the green box on the side of my truck right here that I always have stores my tire changing kit. But I took it off today because one of my bungees broke and I didn't have anything to hold it besides one. And I thought I had a flat, so I come back here kicking the tires, but it turns out it's a big old rock stuck between my duals. So it wasn't coming out prying it. Yeah, that dampener inside that old stick shift, the stock one, was very much worth it. Listen to that thing. It picks up so much transmission noise out of it. Yeah. This is the second day I've had that in there. It's definitely coming out. I did a 100+ mile little towing mission earlier with it. You have no idea how annoying that is. You turn the radio up and it still overpowers you. Oh, yeah. That was a bad call. Gosh, such a cleaner look. I'm digging this toolbox. I'm hesitant to put another one on that side because I've been running that big old ice chest, but man, it is a clean look. Ugh. Topped off my tank a little too much, but good thing the Kubota is plumb out. I'm gonna take this thing to work tomorrow, but I'm really digging this setup. I feel a lot better having all this thing put back together. I don't know how that one got loose and then this one got even tighter. And just the way the tank settles, it's kind of weird. But everything's going good with it. Man, some weight lifted on my shoulders there. So let's go get rid of this stupid shifter thing. He's a veteran at this. Pop her off her real quick. This little button right here is for remote location for the factory exhaust brake. Could not believe how much more noise this thing made not having that piece in there. Oh, it's terrible, terrible. This didn't work out. I'm gonna see, I don't know, maybe I put some Teflon or something in there. I'm gonna write the company and tell them it just, I don't know, for the price you pay for it, and just it amplifies the noise. We got to get rid of that. There's no way I'm gonna run that. Dad was riding with me today too, and he's got a pretty high tolerance to annoying stuff because he hangs out with me, but he could not really take that thing. So I'm gonna put this one back in, and I'm gonna probably order just a little extension thing for it, so you just get a little bit more leverage like this one did. But I feel like I'll just try it. This video is about a wrap. I've covered pretty much everything of a loose end that I can even think of on this truck. Add the extra ambers. I want to put some more of those later on. But simple little things like tidying up and putting my airline hookup, actually self-sappers. It was super simple. It's installed. The tank is screwed down. It hasn't been on the truck nearly as long as the, onboard air, but I'm happy that's actually official. It's on there, good to go. Simple stuff like organizing the toolboxes, putting a trash can in there for the empty grease containers, and just getting this thing dialed. I'm gonna be hauling the Kubota tomorrow. Still doing some dirt work. Hopefully we finish this project soon. It's been dragging out, but Dad's gonna bring the rototiller, got the bucket. We gotta unload some stuff with the pallet forks and the 12 tomorrow. But overall, pretty happy that I finally got a lot of this stuff knocked out. This toolbox, I'm digging it. I don't know if I'll add one to the other side, but I need to get my tire changing kit put in here and get a jack so that I don't get stranded. But I gotta get a little bag for that so it doesn't bounce around. And simple little things, simple stuff. This truck's not actually factory power anything. I mean, it was difficult to find this truck in general, but since it had those 2 shifters, is the reason I really wanted this truck. It's still pretty young, only almost 72,000 miles on it now. She's creeping up there, but slowly. But it didn't have any of this power stuff, so I added this, and you can see the back door panels, they're crankers. But this is a kit, so you can convert your stuff over. It's a pretty chintzy kit, to be honest with you, but it works, except for where the wire coming from that side to this one was too small, and we had too much of a loss, and put a bigger wire on it, and this thing actually works now. So got my fuse panel back in there. That thing's working great. All my switches work great. I'm really proud of having all those. Wish that one could have been vertical, but it is what it is. Backup lights and stuff like that. Having those doggers. Put some more of them later on, but I'm gonna end this video here, guys. I'm pretty proud that I didn't pull this video apart, so hopefully you made it this far in the video. If you did, tell me what your favorite tractor brand is. I'll be honest, freaking Kubota is probably my favorite brand, but I don't know how loyal I'm gonna be to them for much longer. Same thing with Makita. We're switching to Milwaukee. We'll see you guys. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, notifications. Let's get it. Oh, and I ordered an extension shifter.